Hello guys, welcome back to Angularjs tutorial series. Today's topic is directives. What is directives? Directive is the Angularjs way of improving HTML tags. Why do we need directives? Normally in programming we want to write the usable codes. So for example, you have a login and you don't want every time you're going to create a login, you want to use that login you created earlier. So we want to reuse the codes. So now this is why we need a directive. We have our namespace, which is a chart, and the chart is this one. So on this chart I'm going to apply a directive. See, and on directive you can choose if you want something long like this, where we have everything like templates and everything. So let's go ahead and remove something we don't want right now, and let's remove like this one and remove this. We don't want it. I will explain that after. So but my interesting part is this. Remember the reason why we want to use the directives. We want to create some reusable codes. For example, we may have a login here, so that every time when I need to create a login functionalities on my website, or if I get a new client that is requiring to have a login form on the interface, so I should not go ahead and create a new login. I should use the existing login I have. So this is why we need the directives. So now I'm going to explain a template. A template is where you put your HTML codes that you want to reuse. Okay, so now on this restrict part is where you want how is your directive is going to be used. If it's going to be used as attribute, this is what it means, or if it's going to be used as element. Okay, now you can choose both. Either you may want your directive to be used as attribute or as long as element. Now once you're done, now let's go ahead and add a button here, which is button. I want to add a button here, and you see you have a button which is maybe the login. Now once your directive is done, you can go ahead and use it on everywhere you want. So let's go up here and use it. So we said that our directive can be used as element. This is a normal HTML element. So let me first I'm going just to use this this directive, which is called login. We call it login. I'm going to first use it as element attribute. So go ahead and go here, say login. So now our directive will be shown as, guess what, it will be shown as button. You see, our login button is appearing here. If I remove this directive, it won't show anything, right? This is an attribute, but if I wanted to use it as a normal HTML element, I can go ahead and say login, and go ahead, close login again. It will show a login here. You see, I can use my directive as a normal HTML elements, and as well as let me go ahead and add this so that you see how it's different. And I can use my directive as attribute like this one, or I can use it as a normal HTML element. Go ahead and refresh. You will see to log in for to log in button. So that is how you create directives. So you can go ahead of course and insert like a service or anything. Maybe you can insert a scope if you want, but there's no need because the scope is right here. Or you can also you know, you can, let me go ahead and, since I have some other time, let me go ahead and I like to use this term. So let me go ahead and bind on my directive. I want to bind a click element and then delete this. So whenever someone click on that button, you can go ahead and say, hey, you want to log in, and if you refresh, our login should work accordingly to a click. So, and this is how to create a directives. I hope you guys understand why do you need to create a directives. So the main purpose is to reuse a codes, and the main purpose of also a directive is to add functionalities to existing HTML tags and elements and attributes. And you can go ahead and explore much features of directives, but in the future I'll be showing also a lot of things that is related to directives. So thank you for watching my tutorials, and if you like my tutorials, please likes it and subscribe to my channels. And don't forget, if you want to suggest any things you want according to these topics, you can write my email to bstar457@gmail.com. And thank you for watching.